Hey yo guys, what's going on? It's Sherrick here, and we are back with another episode of Law and Order Legacies. In the last one, we saw something very interesting go down. If you guys are curious about that, you can click the replay scene button right here, and it'll take you back to that episode. Thank you guys again. I really appreciate the support that you guys are giving me. If you like the series, please give it a stamp of approval and subscribe and share if you feel so inclined. And I want to apologize about the last episode. I've been messing around with my recording software, and the reason that it was so low in the last episode is because for whatever reason the recording software decided that it didn't want to record the audio, so it just relied on the microphone to do so. So I've been fiddling around with it. I think I may have found a viable solution. Hopefully you guys don't get any echo in this episode, but we're going to see what happens as we move on further ahead. So now it's time for the defense attorney to attack us, I guess. So let's see. Christina Mullins is the defense attorney you are facing today. Your job is to object when she gets out of line. Here are two tricks she likes to use. She will disguise comments as questions, such as, "Are we really supposed to believe this lie? This is argumentative." She will also insult your witness by calling him a lowlife or a criminal, or in this case, her. But in this case, I guess you can't really call the cop a criminal. This is badgering, okay? Pretty clear cut. Badgering is a straight insult. Argumentative is when Mullins casts doubt on the testimony disguised as a question. So basically, argumentative is kind of a passive-aggressive way to attack it. So let's keep going.
Detective Benson, you testified that you saw the defendant, Chavez Trevino, shoot the victim.
No, I testified that I turned around and saw Mr. Trevino with a smoking gun in his hand, about a second after I heard the shots.
Okay.
So you didn't actually see him do the shooting? Are we supposed to believe you're a relevant eyewitness?
That's obviously argumentative, so let's object.
Objection. Argumentative.
Sustained.
I don't know what
Ms.
asked and
Mullins,
answered is,
enough
but
with the rhetoric.
Immediately after the shooting, what did Mr. Trevino look like?
I don't follow you.
Was he composed? Calm?
He was in possession of himself.
fair.
Wasn't he yelling out, "My baby, you murdered her"?
He said that, yes.
He was out of his mind with grief. He was coming apart at the seams, and you didn't see it?
That's more passive-aggressive.
I don't believe you.
He was upset.
Yes, I would like to object again.
Objection.
Again, argumentative.
Argumentative.
Sustained. The defense can save the dramatic storytelling for its own witness.
Yay, yay!
Is your heart so cold, detective? Are you such a robot that you can't
That's
see another
badgering.
human in distress?
Obviously, because she's insulting me.
Objection.
Jeez, this lady
Badgering.
is
Ms.
rude.
Mullins, you are trying my patience. Either ask the detective a legitimate probative question
Yep.
or sit down.
Sit
Let's try
down.
this one more time.
Have several seats.
Was my client, Chavez Trevino, visibly shaken and distressed following the shooting?
Yes.
He was.
Did he appear rational, calm?
No.
Was his behavior at that moment consistent with a person in severe emotional distress?
Yes.
Oh,
So despite any forethought or planning he might have shown previously, the defendant was clearly in distress when he fired his weapon. True? True?
Oh,
Yes.
snap. Finger
Thank
point of
you.
doom.
That's all for this witness, Your Honor.
Okay, so for this testimony, the jury sides with the prosecution. We won by plus 30. Overall, the jury is don't stop believe. Sorry, the jury is leaning towards your case. You're ahead by 80 points. Awesome, possum. Okay.
I just got a message from Cormac. You know the gun we took off Chav Trevino?
Wait,
Yeah.
It's a ballistics
why do they call him
match to the
Chav?
one used in the preppy
Chavez?
joggers murder.
Is that a short? I don't know.
The two kids
What are the
who got
preppy
killed in the park?
joggers?
That was in the 90s.
It was 1998. Me and Lenny Briscoe cut
Lenny
the case,
Briscoe!
we ran out of leads and were never able to close it. We got pulled off, actually. Burned the old man's ass pretty good.
Oh, snap.
Oh,
So this gun is
Tough
connected
break.
to another murder.
Well, then how did Trevino get it?
That's a good question.
Good question, Detective. This case has been on my mind since I got back. Then this falls in my lap. I feel like I owe it to Lenny.
Ray, any way I can help out, I'm in.
Thanks.
Thank you, bailiff. Okay, it looks like we are back in. All right. Now it's the defense's turn to make their case. Christina Mullins is up to her old tricks. That Christina Mullins. Oh, she's a whippersnapper. Here are your 2 new objections for you to learn. Hearsay is a valid objection when a witness quotes someone who is not in court or cannot testify to the truth of the repeated statement. Okay, so that basically means some random person. I think that's the stenographer over in the corner there. And no expert knowledge is when a witness testifies with... Oh, excuse me, guys, sorry. The witness testifies with no expertise to back it up. For example, testifying on medical matters with no medical expertise. Okay. And remember, sometimes knowing when not to object is just as important. The correct choice may be to withdraw your objection.
Mickey, in the weeks after your sister's murder, how did your dad act?
Okay.
Crazy.
So this is obviously
My dad has PTSD again.
the sister.
The
the brother.
Back. He needs different treatment.
Let's object.
Objection.
She's not a medical professional.
Mickey Trevino is not a psychiatrist, Your Honor. He's not qualified to diagnose his father.
He sure ain't.
Sustained. Mr. Trevino, please limit your comments to what you saw.
Tell
Thank
us
you.
the behavior you observed.
Okay.
He couldn't control his temper. He would yell when the phone rang or if a dog was barking 2 miles away. I didn't know what to do.
Do you hear dog
When
barking
Rachel
for
was
2 miles
killed, I
away?
expected him to be really sad or depressed, but not angry.
And this behavior, had you ever seen it before?
No, but my sister did.
That is the hearsay
Objection.
test.
Hearsay. Regrettably, the witness's sister is deceased and can't testify to the truth of this statement.
Correct?
Sustained. The jury will disregard that last remark.
When?
After he got home from the
This
Gulf
judge
War,
is so chill. Even
1991.
when a gun goes off in her
I've had his
courtroom,
troubles
she's
with
just
the
like,
law.
eh.
Felony assault charge, some other bullshit. Some other
Okay.
nonsense.
So he's known that his dad has got some felony issues. I didn't know that his dad was a convicted felon. I really don't know what to say here, so I don't think there's an objection. No, I think I'm good.
Did you think he would hurt
I'll chill.
anyone?
My uncle said he was getting dangerous.
I would like to object there though, because his uncle isn't here. At the very least, he's out of the witness stand.
Objection. Hearsay.
Sustained. If your uncle would like to testify, then by all means. However, you may not testify.
Can't
for
do it.
him.
You're not
Do you
allowed.
think your father was in his right mind when he shot Alexander Baran?
No. When my sister got murdered, I tell you, it smashed something deep inside my dad. And the idea that this fat Russian bastard could walk away scot-free
He called him
because
fat.
of some technicality, my dad did the world a favor.
Thank you, Mickey. No further questions.
Okay. All right. So for this testimony, he sides with us, and the jury seems convinced by your case. We're ahead by 100 points. Let's keep going. Now it's our turn. Let's talk to... Okay. See if you can make him admit he knew his father had a plan or tried to obtain a weapon. Let's talk about the man his dad just killed.
How do you and your father feel about Alexander Baran?
How do we feel? Are you freaking serious?
Yes.
Easy, Mr. Trevino.
Sorry, Judge.
Yeah, tell us.
We hate the man. Alexander Baran is the guy who killed my little sister.
Oh.
My pop said he didn't
But we
care
can't
what
prove that
happened.
yet,
He
unfortunately,
said he would
thanks to your
gladly kill
dad.
Baran so we could go to hell and kill him again. He's
That's
a
pretty
fat
harsh.
cat with an army of lawyers ready to help him weasel out of everything he does. You know this guy. Every day you read about him. Oh, he loves to do the crime, but he does not do the time. Nope, not these boys.
Thank you for the new topics. Let's talk about the gun, because I want to hear about that. Because apparently it's involved in a different murder.
Did your father try to buy a gun a week before the attack?
Yeah, I guess.
Did you try to help sign for it?
Yeah, so what?
Ooh.
Your father was convicted of felony assault in 1992. He's not allowed to have a gun. Did you know about his conviction?
Nah, I didn't know nothing about that.
He's lying.
Man's got a right to defend himself.
Actually, when he's a convicted felon, he doesn't.
Ooh. Let's see. He did threaten Baran.
Did you ever hear your father threaten to kill Baran?
Hurt? Yes. Kill? No.
That's a lie. Yes, I can prove he's lying. He said that he would gladly kill her. Let's make sure. See if he said plan to kill her. There it is. He said he would gladly kill Baran so he could go back to hell and kill him again. Yep. He said he would gladly kill Baran.
That's not true. You just told us your father said he'd like to, quote, kill Baran and go to hell so he could kill him again.
Oh.
That was like just a figure of speech.
No.
Or the truth.
Yep. Let's talk about the gun, because I want to know how he got it.
Where did he get the gun he used in court?
I told the cops already. I don't know where he got the gun.
You tried to sign for it, though.
You didn't help him?
I've never seen it before. I didn't even know he had one.
You sure you didn't
But
help
you
him,
tried to
guys?
sign.
You are
Oh, we
under
just
oath,
talked
Mr.
about this.
Trevino.
It's driving me nuts.
I did not help him. Pop smuggled it in under his jacket. I don't know how he made it past security, but he did.
Well, I can't prove he's lying. I really don't have any. Is there anything I can say? Nope, I can't prove he's lying. Oh, there you go. I was right. I really can't. We haven't talked about a ballistics report, so that's no good. We don't know. I have no idea if the gun was recovered or not. Unfortunately, we didn't get hit with that knowledge. So these two on the ends are out. I'm not sure about this one, but I know that we don't know how he got it in. So let's go with that one. Stay consistent with the story.
Why didn't you get help for your dad?
He seemed rational.
So he was in control? Enough so that you weren't worried?
Yeah, I wasn't worried.
So
why is he not worried?
I guess I didn't see it then.
So maybe he didn't have it.
That's not what I meant. He did.
So why didn't you get him help?
Mm-hmm.
Either you saw he was out of control and you did nothing, or you saw nothing.
Oh, snap.
Hey, there was
Backing
no
you in the
way
corner.
to know what my dad was going to do. He was crazy. How could I possibly have known it would come to this?
He could have known. Yeah, he could have. Because you helped him buy a gun, and you know that he was pissed off at Baran. Yeah. This one, he said his dad didn't have... No, he didn't say that. He said a dirtbag would get shot. No, he didn't say that. That's a lie. And so, yeah. Gonna kill this case? Kill it dead.
He already
Not like
had
Baran,
a felony
though.
assault in
Or
his past.
Rachel
He
Trevino.
tried to illegally buy a gun,
Yep.
and he told you he wanted Baran dead. If that was my old man, I'd have been a little worried.
Yeah, you should have
You
been.
want us to believe your dad just snapped. You say he hated Alexander Baran, knew in his heart Baran was guilty. He tried to buy a gun, but couldn't. So he found one some other way. Then he smuggled it through security, stayed cool until he had a fair shot, and fired an accurate pattern right into his intended victim.
And the blood
Now, Mickey,
splattered
does that
all
really
over
sound like
Abby
someone who just
Carmichael.
suddenly snapped?
Objection.
Withdrawn.
None of this would have happened if people acted
Oh,
right.
we got the bars.
Rachel writes a nasty blog, and this guy Baran kills her. My dad's going out of his mind, and his doctor goes on frickin' vacation. Vacation, can you imagine?
Well, I mean...
It ain't right. Everybody fails us, and we gotta suffer for it.
No further questions for this witness, Your Honor.
That was rough. I feel kind of bad. For this testimony, the jury sides with the prosecution. Yay, yay! And we're ahead by 100 points. Let's keep it going. What's going to happen next? The defense is going to introduce some new tricks, so it's time to brush up on your objections and then learn a new one. You remember hearsay means the witness is repeating something third hand. And remember also that no expert knowledge means that witness is talking about medical, legal, or professional knowledge they don't really know. So here's your new one. Speculation is when a witness speculates about what might have happened hypothetically. This is not considered admissible evidence in court. So it's like, well, if this had happened, then how would you have felt about it? You can't really say like it's an imaginary. It's a fake scenario.
Mr. Trevino, why did you shoot Alexander Baran?
He murdered my daughter. He was going to go free. He was going to walk.
Like that. That's speculation because we didn't get to finish the trial thanks to you shooting it up like a goon.
Objection. The witness can't know whether Mr. Baran was guilty or whether he would have gone free because he stopped the trial dead.
Literally.
Sustained.
Can you tell us about Alexander Baran's diplomatic immunity?
I'm not a lawyer, but I know what that means. He just gets to skate. The law says.
Toss
he can
that one
run
up
off
for
to
a home
Russia.
run. That's also an objection. And that is also a... it's no expert knowledge because he's not a lawyer.
Witness stated he wasn't a lawyer. The diplomatic immunity rules are actually very complex, Your Honor. Alexander Baran's status was still under review even at the time of the trial.
Sustained.
Mr. Trevino, can you take us back to 1991 and your experience after the Gulf War?
Yeah,
Why is this bringing
I was a ranger in Iraq. I saw a lot of stuff. When I got back home, I had some trouble settling in.
Okay.
What kind of trouble?
I was never a violent guy before, but suddenly anything could set me off. I fought all the time. I couldn't sleep. My wife divorced me.
Oh, jeez.
I wanted to die.
It sucks. No, I'm not going to say anything about that because he's an expert on his own life, so expert knowledge and speculation don't apply, and it's not hearsay, again. So, yeah, let's say nothing.
And what did the Army say?
The doctors said I had PTSD. They said it interfered with my ability to regulate my emotions.
Which explains why he was getting mad out of nowhere.
I took meds for a while for the depression.
Okay.
Got myself back together.
What might have happened if you hadn't had therapy?
I don't know. Maybe gone crazy. Maybe hurt somebody. I might have snapped like I did that day in court.
Yeah, let's object because that's
Objection.
Speculation. Yeah.
Calls for speculation. Defense is asking the witness to relate an imaginary scenario.
Sustained. Let's focus on reality, Miss Mullins.
Oh.
But you got yourself back together. You lived a normal life. So what happened recently to bring it all back?
Rachel.
Your daughter was tragically murdered, and the main suspect appeared to you to have diplomatic immunity.
Would I like to object? Nah. I mean, because she said appeared to. Didn't say that he...
She was my beautiful baby girl. He had no right. How could this happen in the 21st century in America?
All the time, dude.
Girl gets killed. The cops pin the blame on this scumbag, and still...
He might walk away.
As a man, as a father, I couldn't let that happen. She looked to me to protect her. All her life, I was a daddy, right? And I failed.
Oh.
And you failed.
What?
You didn't protect her when she needed it most. What use is all your legal garbage if you can't put a killer behind bars?
We might have if it wasn't for
father,
you.
It was up to me to put that wrong to right. Because no one else was gonna. Now my baby girl can rest with some kind of dignity.
Debatable.
Thank you, Mr. Trevino.
I mean, because now her father's a senseless murderer.
Loss.
Mr. Cutter, you're...
I mean, not senseless, but you get what I mean.
Defense requests a short recess, Your Honor. We wish to confer with the people about a plea deal.
Well, make it quick. We're all on pins and needles.
She's like, make it quick. Wah, wah, wah. For this testimony, the jury sides with the prosecution. Yeah. Overall, the jury seems convinced by your case. We're ahead by 100 points still. So let's see what's up.
Mike, Abby, let's not let a grieving father go to jail for the rest of his life. Can we talk deal?
Depends. What are you offering, Christina?
Yeah, what's
1
up?
year in county plus probation. You give us the time. He doesn't belong in jail.
You're kidding, right? He's a killer. I got the bloodstains on my jacket.
She might be a bit biased
our
because
counteroffer.
she had blood all over her face. If the scales of justice show that you perform extremely well in court, you might try for the maximum sentence of murder 2, which is 25 years. If you are less confident, however, consider a lesser charge that both you and the defense feel is appropriate. Remember, if the scales of justice don't favor you, the defense is likely to reject your offer. Click the transcript to review the legal definitions of murder versus manslaughter. Okay, well, let's do that. Let's see. Offer murder if you feel the defendant acted in a premeditated manner and knew what he was doing at the time of the murder. Offer manslaughter if you feel the defendant acted out of passion or insanity and was provoked and not entirely responsible for his actions. It's a little column A, little column B, to be honest, because I feel like he acted out of like passion / insanity. kind of was provoked by the guy getting his daughter killed, but we don't know if he actually got her killed. It's just we had some stuff on there, but we didn't really get a chance to close it out before he shot Alexander Baran, so we kind of got stalled there. I remember that we were asked to do Murder 1. But I think I'm going to leave this choice up to you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please comment on what you think I should do. I'm leaning personally towards giving him no deal, and if I see no comments or any sway about it, I think that's the way I might go. But if you guys can convince me, maybe I'll go a different way. So please do leave a comment in the section below. This episode will go up pretty closely after the last one. So thank you guys again. I really, really appreciate it. Please share and subscribe if you feel so inclined. And as always, I will see you guys right here on this channel for the next one. Peace!